Hey, so I'm thinking about the awakening of the gut lately because I feel like it's what's happening in my own experience. And um, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to talk about my theories about what I feel like is going on and just what I've been thinking about it. So, one thing's for sure is that the gut is definitely, it plays a much larger role in our mental state than we think. I think Sadhguru said something like, if your colon is clean, 90% of mental agitation will go away. That's pretty incredible, right? Um, I will say now, I used to not notice this at all, but now I notice that when, just after going to the bathroom, when my digestive system is empty and it feels, noticeably empty, um, it's euphoric, incredibly ecstatic, um, which it may seem odd, but um, I don't know. It's clear. It's not just been a one-time thing. It's been a multi-time thing of just these waves of ecstasy come over as soon as the bowels are emptied. Um, so that's been interesting. I mean, they say the majority of serotonin is produced in your gut. So that useful data point. Um, I wonder what other neurotransmitters are largely produced in the gut. I mean, we know the gut microbiome has such a huge effect on things. People have cured depression just from fecal transplants. But so what do I do? I stopped eating meat on May 23rd. I used to eat a pound of beef every single day. Did that for years, at least 2 straight years, probably more than three. Pound of beef every day. Pretty much quit cold turkey. Haven't had any meat since May 23rd. And the greatest thing about that is the digestive system is just not working all the time. It's just, I noticed that I felt slow and sluggish and low energy whenever my digestive system was constantly working. And now it's not. Whenever I eat something, since it's plants, I feel pretty much normal again within 3 to 4 hours, which is great. I love that. It's a fantastic feeling. And one of the main reasons I um, stayed off of the meat, as soon as I got off of it, I noticed that difference, and it was profound, as well as I needed less sleep. Um, but really, it was mainly the digestion. It just felt like I was always being weighed down. There was like a stone inside of me, um, just hampering my physical and mental agility. Um, and yeah, I don't have that anymore. I feel like I also do ghee, scoop of ghee, first thing in the morning, and then 5 to 10 minutes before a meal. So the ghee is supposed to line your alimentary canal, your digestive system, and then ensure the smooth passage, and so that the colon stays clean and digestive things go well. So I do that also. But how has it been feeling in my consciousness? Well, here's kind of my working theory right now, that consciousness being in the front of the head is sort of the default of the ego. You know, kind of makes sense. Prefrontal cortex is in the front of the forehead, um, and you notice the perceptual shift, that whenever you're really trying hard on something, you feel these ego originating feelings of hastiness, impatience, or hatred. um, or trying, black, whatever it is. I feel like um, those things really bring you into the front of the head as far as where your center of conscious awareness is. And then I feel like during the Kundalini awakening, what's happening is largely your consciousness is spreading throughout more parts of your body, particularly going into the spine through the back of the head, the back of the brain, the medulla, which is the corresponds to the third eye chakra center. So then the consciousness moves back into the back of your head and then down into your spine. And the awakening is certainly this part's not up for debate, right? Awakening is certainly physiologically manifest in the spine. The spinal cord, cerebrospinal fluid, the rate of cerebrospinal fluid pump being increased and the cerebrospinal fluid being purified. Um, it really is bringing your consciousness, bringing your center, your awareness into your spine totally. And I feel like, yeah, the back of the head is sort of like how it gets there. It has to go through the back of the head first or at the same time. And then I feel like it's now moving even deeper, and my center point is moving instead of from my head area, because we feel like this is where like we come from, like this point here. I feel like that center point from where I feel that I come from is first going into the back of the head and then going down into the spine. And I think where it's going to go and end up is in the Manipurika or the Dantian, the center of all of your vital energy, the point where all the chakras meet. That point is about a centimeter below your belly button, and that is that's the energy center of all energy that your body emanates from. So I expect that my consciousness is moving down into that point, and that will be kind of the center. Now, I'm not saying that I think I'm going to see from that point, but it's more of a perceptual thing. I mean, being able to describe what the experience of your consciousness moving from the front to the back of your head, describing what that is like, is hard. So it won't be any easier to describe consciousness moving into the Dantian. But if you felt your consciousness moving before, your center moving, then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I feel like the back of the head, moving into the back of the head, really is correlated to the non-doership, balancing doership and non-doership. And then when doership and non-doership becomes imbalanced, that's results in the consciousness getting like stuck, if you will, in the front of the head. And then that would be energy leaking, right? Because where consciousness is uneven and unbalanced, that's energy leaks. Then the balance is restored to the perception of doership and non-doership, creator consciousness, and surrender. And then I feel like that's sort of the go-ahead. That's the real okay for the consciousness to then fully upgrade the spine, the spinal cord, and the central nervous system. And then I feel like that process is it's simultaneous as the process of the consciousness moving to the back of the head, into the spine, and to the Manipurika. So yeah, I just think there's a lot of profound stuff going on, a lot to it, to the awakening of the gut. I think that's also, all of this is just my theory, not my normal video. But yeah, I feel like the gut is, I feel like that's where the big bliss is at. I feel like that's where the ecstasy comes from. Um, I mean, really, bliss and ecstasy come from concentration. The formula for bliss and ecstasy is wisdom um, c- combined with concentration equals ecstasy or bliss. Um, but just separate from that, I feel like there's a lot going on to the gut for the gut's role in bliss and ecstasy. So yeah, if I had to guess, there's indescribable levels of bliss and ecstasy that await as the awakening of the gut continues. So yeah, not my normal video, just kind of a theorizing, talky kind of thing. But hope you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, questions down below. Like and subscribe. Peace.